I know I have good judgment. I know I have good taste. It's funny and it's ironic how only I feel that way. Yeah, I know. All I'm asking, baby. Okay. Good morning. First cup of coffee of the day. You know how witches tell you that you need to like speak intentions into your drinks? Fill this cup with clarity, love, abundance, money, 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 bitch. Oh my god. I just made a full recording. I just made a full video and it wasn't recording the whole time. Yep. So cute. Okay, anyway, I fully like cleaned my apartment too while I was talking. That was brutal. Well, I was just talking about the artist community I live in and like the people. So, but now I'm bored of that conversation. I don't even want to like pick up. Should I just like really quick recap? God. So sorry you caught me in a bad mood now. Was in a great mood 2 seconds ago before I figured out it wasn't recording. Hey guys, Billy Joe Pickles here. Welcome to my channel. Done. We're done. Post. Done. That's all I can do today. No, but I really was talking about like the artist community I live in. And I mean, it's not, no, it is like full, it's like, it's actually not even like advertised. No, it is advertised. I don't know. Never mind. So yeah, I was talking about the people in my community and like the people I've been meeting. And um, the people who live here are truly like just like me. It's been great. Like the same, um, just like, it's just like I just fit right in. It's just so weird. Yeah, it was like going on about where I live. So I was talking about how we have like a courtyard and stuff in the front. And so like when you walk the courtyard's like the main, it's like where everyone has to pass through to like get to their place, right? So like before you go running errands or like after you run errands, like or if you're smoking a cigarette or smoking weed or like just having a party, waiting for your food, whatever, everyone you hang out in the courtyard and it's a pretty nice, beautiful, covered in trees. You've seen parts of it in my videos. So like everyone kind of like hangs out in the courtyard. Like I hang out there multiple times a day, whether it's like if I run errands, then I'll like to catch my breath before I like run up the stairs, you know, I'll or if I'm like looking a place up before I go somewhere, I'll like sit on a bench, look some cute boutiques up and then go on my little adventure of the day. So like I've met a lot of people in here like through that and it's nice because everyone in here is just so they're just very similar to me. One guy, he's a little bit older. He used to be in the yeahs, like a lot of musicians. And then on the other hand, um, there's a girl in here. She does really cool stuff and she's actually a singer too. Um, and then there's people who are like community builders, you know, who are like into like politics and stuff like that. And then there's people who are like painters, like there's like market people in here. There's like really just like I love it because it's like I'm one of the younger ones. Um, and I'm turning 33 in a week. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I love getting older. I love my birthday. And yeah, anyway, so I've met a lot of people through that. Like all of a sudden I'll be talking to someone and then within 2 minutes of meeting them, like we're sucked into their divorce. Like it's like and I'm like and then I'm telling them like, "Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah," like my deepest darkest like I actually don't have secrets. That's the problem. So, like, if someone wants to know something about me, I'm like, okay, like, I'll tell them, like, I don't, and like, I don't know anyone else really like me like that, that like just, like, I'll tell everyone my biggest insecurities, no problem. Actually, there's a trick when it comes to that. Okay, wait, never mind. Okay, so, oh my God, let's pull this conversation into a different conversation. Okay, so I've been, like always on some weird ass like research, and I've been recently, by the way, if I'm like talking to you, there's a mirror behind you, and I like looking in the mirror when I talk. So if I'm like looking this way, just like that's what I'm doing. I'm staring at myself. I'd rather look at myself than some fucking camera bitch. Look at me. So I want to talk about INFJs. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the personality, it's the Myers-Briggs like personality test. And then I received the results that I was an INFJ. So I was like, I'm gonna research like what an INFJ is. And then I got sucked down like this like YouTube rabbit hole of like this content creator that tells you everything there is to know about being an INFJ. And I didn't realize that my personality is so fucking INFJ. No one wants to hear this. I get it. No one wants to hear about someone else's personality. No one wants to hear about someone's fucking horoscope. Like that's what this feels like, doesn't it? It's like, but too bad. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna listen, bitch. So, um, so, so an INFJ, by the way, we're the smartest. So we're the smartest personality type, and she was like there's all these videos on like the dark side of the INFJ. Like she makes videos. I like her a lot because she makes a lot of videos on like the bad side, the things you have to watch out for, the sneakiest things INFJs do. And she's an INFJ herself. And she's talking about this thing. I didn't realize, I thought this thing that I do is just me. And now I realize it's just my personality type. It's an INFJ quality. And now I'm like determined to meet other INFJs. So basically, what we do is she's like, so the INFJ, their mind, okay, our minds are, and basically, I think it's like one of the rarest. I'm not, bro, I'm not even saying like, it's because I'm the rarest personality, bitch. No, like, like, it's, sorry, that just reminded me, like, my last roommate, we're into human design at one point. I love getting into like all this. I told you like I'm a self-help queen. So I dig into like all the like I go into astrology rabbit holes. I love going into rabbit holes on different things that I like to learn. It's not though, it doesn't make up my whole personality, but I do like getting sucked in and I'll talk about it for a while and then we'll move on. Okay, anyway, so right now we're all into INFJs. Okay, so maybe for a couple videos you're gonna have to hear about it. No, I'm just kidding. This will be the last one. Um, but my roommate was like, we were into human design, and she was like, yeah, I'm a manifester. We are like the 1% of the world, and I'm a generator, and we're like 70% of the world. And the way she just got so like, I'm 1% of the world. Like, I swear to God, it made her like, I let her have it. I let her have it like I do. Like, I let back to INFJs, like we do. Like we do. So, sorry, you'll understand what I'm talking about in a second. So, actually, I don't think anyone ever understands what I'm talking about. Just catch on to what you can grasp. um, so See, and that's gonna piss me off. At least it didn't get on the linen. God, it's so fucking hot here, you guys. It's so hot. So, I'm trying to think about where to start when it comes to like INFJs. So, it's the personality type where something about like I don't really fucking know and really want to get into it because I only like to research the dark side of it. I didn't really research like the positive qualities, but it was basically it's like our they were talking about like she was talking about how all INFJs are like naturally humble, and it's like I actually might come as a surprise to some people who know me, like actually know me, know that I'm like the most humble person there is. Like INFJs, what we do is we love information. We love collecting information and like we love mysteries and like problem solving. And so, since we love that stuff, we do all of that internally, okay, naturally. So, like, we don't look at problems like they're problems. We look at problems like excitement. So, like, when we see a problem within ourselves, we don't really run away from it. Like, we're like, ooh, like, what can I fix about myself? And so, and also, it's like we always know that we don't know anything. I've always known that. Like, I always think I'm like the dumbest person in the room, and usually I'm always like the smartest person in the room, but I always know that like I don't know. And that's like the main thing about INFJ. So it makes us super humble. And so the thing is, she's like, when we get around certain people, like the thing is, people could look at me and be like, oh my God, she just she's not Billy, you're not humble at all. Like, what do you mean? In your last video, you're literally going around being like, I'm the fucking best and I'm the fucking mama. No, it's like, yeah, I can act that way and I do know I'm the best, but that's because I like to give myself like self-love. But the difference is we don't look at other people and think like, oh, like they're less than us because of this. Like I truly, you guys, my eyes, I look at people, I don't process, like my brain doesn't like judge people and automatically think, oh, like they're less than me because of this. Or like I just don't like INFJs just don't have that. So that's why we always have friends where people are, she's like, an INFJ is the person that has the birthday party where like the 7 friends that they invite to their birthday dinner are like, what the fuck? Like, what are all these people doing? And she's like, also, people think that you're fucking lying to them because it's like you can like, relate with someone like so deeply, but then like you can also relate to this other person so deeply. And then when those two people, when they look at you, like the way you talk to them is completely different from the way you talk to this person, completely different than the way you talk to them, but you still have a deep connection. People are like, wait, what? Like, who are you? Like, what the fuck? And she's like, it's just because like we our minds just don't really live in a cage. Like we just I everyone has their cages. Everyone has the cage that they live in. Mine's just a different cage than most people. INFJ's cage is just different than most people. And usually our cages are like we don't feel like we're good enough because like we just need to have more ego. Actually, like we need to be more like yeah, we need more ego. We need more ego at the end of the day. None of that like really matters. Okay, let's get this is the part that like intrigued me the most because this is like my toxic trait, okay? Like as see again, just telling people like gonna go around telling people my toxic traits. Like I don't give like it's just anyway. So this is what I do. So and it's like she's like, "We don't even do this consciously most of the time." So, but like she's like, "You need to know this because it's like not it's actually like not like it's actually kind of fucked up and like we're not victims. We are information collectors, okay? And we're observers. And what we like to do is since like we love mysteries, puzzles, and all that, and like information, and she's like, we also love like just psychology, and just like, since we like going internal and like fixing our own things about us, we naturally, since we do that, we like to do that with other people too. And that's true. Like we like to observe people to so that we can figure out like what they are, right? And she's like, most people, yes, they like to do that, but she's like, the INFJs like take it to a whole new other level, and we do. And also, she's like, the thing that we do is we like to observe people so much that we like to put our ego down so that the other person can fully open up to us and fully be in their full expression and feel comfortable to do that. And she's like, people love INFJs because they always feel comfortable around us, because we know how to like lower ourselves. And it's like we just naturally like put our egos down so that we can let the other person like be their like full self, because that's what we want at the end of the day. Like we want people to be like their fullest expression, right? And she's like, so the thing is, and she's like, since like we're a personality type that doesn't get threatened really by other people, like I honestly, you guys, I don't struggle with jealousy that much. Like I don't struggle with like a needing to be the best, and like I don't struggle with like any of that. People could look at me and maybe think, I've had people actually, no, she's like, the whole thing is people, since it's like it's such a like a free uh like we have such like a free like bypassing like spirit to us almost, like people project like their own insecurities like onto us. So people, I've actually had this happen my literal whole entire life. Like people around me, like people from all walks of life, all have a different perception of me, and it's the perception of what they are. It's like the craziest thing. Not people who actually spend the time to like connect with me and like really get to know me on a deep level, like my friends like Marissa, like Brooke doesn't do it to me, like most people who are like my actual friends. But people who like maybe think they know me or like think they're my friend, they everything that they hate about themselves, they will project like onto me. It's just something that like I've always had to deal with. And when I was younger, I used to take it really personally. And then by the time I got into my 20s, I'm like, so this person is telling me that I'm too quiet and I never talk and it's because I'm too shy. And then this person over here is telling me that I need attention and all I want is to be the best. And I like, well, like, and I'm an attention hog. Like, I'm like the things that people like have told me have been like so extremely different that I've actually had to be like, in my 20s, I was like, okay, so like no one knows me. So like no one's gonna tell me what I am, because like one person over here is telling me this, and then the other person over here is telling me like the complete fucking opposite of what I am. And then like you start to realize that people just project what they are, what they hate about themselves, like onto me. And she's like, that's just something that the INFJ like has to go through. And she's like, we're the perfect, I mean, it's not fair, but like she's like, it is what it is. We also are, though, that now that I'm thinking about it, the perfect personality to do that too, because we don't have an ego. So like, yes, when people do that to me, actually I am guilty of it. This is where I was going, where the video talks about, I will just take it and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah," like, and not change it, but like I will just be like if someone, like people love to come to me. This is the thing. I attract people who like have control, actually not control issues. I would say it's just like regular fucking people that, and like, cuz I'll get in friendships with people, and like since I don't really have an ego like that, like I like to like lift up other people. People who are like, people will get into like secret competitions with me that like I'm not even aware of, because I don't compete with other people. That's the thing about INFJs. Like we do like so much internal work that like we're only focused like on us internally. Like I'm not like looking at other people as like a gauge to like my success, or like as a gauge to like of who I should be. Of course I can admire people, but like everything's very internal for me. And I'm just going to say, this person is a roommate that I've had, okay? A roommate. But I've had multiple roommates throughout my life. So you can't really pick out which person this is. I probably will never talk to this person again, so it's okay that I'm saying this, but you guys are never going to know like who it is. So I think it's okay to do this. God, it's such a hard person when you're a content creator because it's like you want to tell your truth, but also you're like, oh my God, I don't want to hurt other people. Like I would kill someone if they put me in their video, like talking shit about me. But so that's why I don't try to use names. And I'm not gonna like, um, it's someone you would never guess. Okay. So lived with this roommate, right? And while ago. So basically it's like, and I always do this in friendships. I can't even tell you how many times I've done this in friendships and it's ended up like blowing up in flames. So it's something I do need to change about myself because now I'm realizing that I'm kind of the issue here, but I am and I'm not. So everyone's the issue at the end of the day. So um like I want the people around me to feel and to be like their best self. So like I when I'm around them, since as an INFJ I'm so good at recognizing people's patterns, so good at recognizing like the great qualities about people, really good at like recognizing things that like maybe other people don't. Like I'm good at recognizing the unseen. It's like I do a really good job for my friends of being able to like lift them up by noticing qualities in them that maybe other people don't notice, or being like, oh my God, you're so good at this, like, or just like, oh, I love that you're just pumping people up by like telling them, by highlighting like good qualities about them. And I can also highlight, actually the other side of it, where people don't really like me that much, is I do tend to highlight things about other people that they don't like about themselves. And this is where I could be a hard person to be friends with, because I do that to myself internally and it doesn't hit me so hard since I don't have an ego. Like I could look at myself and just be like, oh yeah, no, I'm the problem there. I see where I'm the problem there. Yeah. Other people, most people, they cannot look at a situation and be like, I'm the problem, because that would be like a fucking like a blow, right? Like they don't want to see, they're like, oh, like I was wrong. I'm wrong. I can't be wrong. Like, people's egos are stronger than INFJ's egos. Okay. So it's like I hurt people's feelings, I think, a lot in friendships, where I've actually tried to just like, oh, Billy, I've actually learned to be like, you know, don't just point out every negative aspect of people. But then on the other hand, it's like with people I'm really close with or try to be really close with, it's like I want someone to do that for me. So it's like, I can't imagine why, if it's an easy fix, like I'm not going to go after someone who, if it's something they can't fix, but it's something they can fix, I'm like, you should really blah, blah, blah. And the thing is with INFJs is usually we are correct because that's the thing. She's like, we always like to say, well, but I don't know. Well, maybe it's not. She's like, we really need to stand in our power, because that is like one of our gifts, is noticing patterns in people and like noticing details when it comes to psychology and stuff like that. So just be more confident in who we are. Anyway, so wait, where was I going? I think back, I'm so sorry if you can't follow along with the way I talk, but I think back to the roommate. So I I pump my friends up, right? Like, oh my God, you're so good at that. You're so great at this. You're so good at that. You're so great. Blah, blah, blah. So people get pumped up. They get pumped up and they're like, oh my God, like I've never felt this good in my life. And it's because she's like, people also get like, they get drunk off our energies. They get drunk off it because yeah, we just like make people feel drunk, like off their egos, because we just pump them up to the highest. And when you pump someone up to the highest and they like, it's not really, we don't even care about like an equal give and take. Maybe they're not doing that for us. People confuse that into like, we must think that they are like amazing and that we are like nothing, that like they're so much better than us. But we don't think that way, right? Like we don't, INFJs like don't have egos like that where we think like we're better than other people. So it's like I'll get friends with people and I'll pump them up, and then all of a sudden in the friendship, it's like there will be like a switch, and they'll start treating me like I am like I should want to be them. Like I don't want to be me and I just want to be them. And they're like so amazing, and I should be so lucky to be them. I should be so lucky. And the thing is, it's like, okay, sorry, we got a half a cup of coffee, so now we're waking up. we waking up. Now we getting into it. But the whole joke is that is my energy that they're fucking trying to bring me down with. Don't forget, bitch. I'm the one who put you on your pedestal. I'm the one who put him on the fucking pedestal, right? And they're looking at me like, eh. So I had this roommate, right? I'm pumping her up. Oh my God, your work is amazing. You're so talented. Oh my God, your photography is just the fucking best. I've never seen someone with so much talent as you. And you are gonna be so big if you keep going with it. Oh my gosh, the way your healthy habits. I wish I could be like you. Teach me your ways. That's how I sound. Because I love to, pump my friends up. And the thing is, when the other person is actually in a competition with me, it's like they take all the fucking ego that I'm feeding them, and then they turn around, especially when they're in a competition with me or just jealous of me in like weird ways, because like the thing is I don't have that like weird jealousy thing. But I think most girls do. And like I see a lot of girls like they like to compete, and that's just not it's not my personality. It's not who I am. That's the thing. So it's actually the same story. This has happened to me like over and over and over, but people will just be like, "Oh yeah, no, see, like treating me like they're gonna start telling me what to do because I'm lower than them. So they're gonna walk around and they're gonna say, I'm sitting right here. Oh, see, you really need to do this. You really need to do that. Oh, yeah, see, if you were to do this, maybe you would be that, and you could never be this, and you could never be that, and you're this, and you're that, and I'm better than you, and blah blah blah. And this is my house now. I had a roommate, she fucking like took over my fucking house like it was hers. Like she's the entitled bitch. And I was just so lucky to be in her presence. I'm just so lucky that it's my house that I own with my own money. But I'm so lucky that you are here to teach me. You're here to teach me. These people really think. Because so then that's when the INFJ, and she goes, this bitch is telling these stories on YouTube, and I'm like, this is my fucking life, bitch. This is my fucking life. I didn't know that this is because of my personality. And she's like, this is the whole thing. She goes, I'm sure this is what you guys do then. She's like, because this is how it always goes. And this is how it always fucking goes. So these people get pumped up. They fucking attack me with my own energy that I fucking pump. I'm getting attacked by my own energy that I fucking pumped them up with. And all of a sudden, it's like it turns into like, okay, like as the INFJ, we are smart enough. She's like, that's the thing, like we're always so fucking smart, like we're always 10 steps ahead. We sniff it, we see it, but usually we leave it until it gets bad. And yeah, we leave it till it gets bad. So then once it's bad and the person's fucking basically like abusing us, okay, it's always happened. Even with the fucking story that I just told you guys about those people, that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. I lift people up and then they start attacking me with my own energy. It's just a pattern that I repeat and I repeat and I repeat. And this girl bitch actually had taught me how to release this pattern. And she's like and I will get into that after. But so she's like so so then I'm sure what you guys do, I'm sure what the INFJ does after they realize, oh no, they're fucking abused. I need this bitch away from me. Like, she's like, the thing is, she's like, what we are, we're fucking monsters, bitch. She's like, we're fucking monsters. And we're actually like, we're bears. It's like, don't poke the fucking bear, because we know that we are fucking horrible fucking monsters on the inside. Which, what I mean by that is, like, since I told you guys that we can like analyze everything about someone, and like, really, since we put our ego down for them to be their best self and to live their life fully in front of us, then we pick up on their patterns. And the thing is too, she's like, you might do this subconsciously or sometimes consciously. I do this. We act fucking stupid. We act stupid so that people think they are smarter than us, so that they are more comfortable to act in ways which, because if we always acted like we are who we are, like if we really stood in our own power. That's the whole thing she was saying. She's like, you need to show people who you are from the beginning. You need to show people you're a monster from the fucking beginning, because they won't fucking cross you. And she's like, the thing is, we pretend like we're fucking stupid, and we pretend like we have no power, and we pretend like we don't know what's going on, so that people reveal themselves to us. And then we come in and then we're like, boom, fucking kill them. Like, she's like, she's like, and the thing is, you will probably do this to people. You've probably done it your whole life where, again, yes. So that bitch is fucking acting all ego to me the last fucking day. Like, and you know what? And then I fucking go in. She's like, you will tell people things about themselves that they have never seen in their life. And you will go in and in and in and in and in and in. And it will fucking put them in a fucking mental, like fucking, like, you just fucking, like, to destroy someone's ego. Like, you can destroy someone's ego, she said, in literally like 2 sentences. And I do this all the time. I will just need to say, once I get mad, once I get angry, and I know, because I know how to fuck it, I know where it's gonna hurt, bitch. That's the thing about NFJs, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's like, we know people so much because we let them be so fucking ego and so fucking, their whole selves in front of us, that like, we know. And the thing is, we don't ever want to do this to people. We don't ever want to hurt people. But when it comes to the point where it's like, that's the thing. It's like, we're fucking like, don't fucking poke the bear. Don't fucking poke the bear, because it's like, we'll take on 10 hits. She's like, we'll let people just keep poking and poking until it gets to the point of no return. And she's like, you will put people in a fucking bed rest with just 2 sentences about them that fucking knock them on their goddamn ass. And it's like, yeah, I do that to people all the time. Destroy people like that all the time. Like, and she's like, it's not fair. Like, it's not fair to people, because then all of a sudden people realize that you were fucking not who you thought. They're not, you aren't who they thought they were. And it's because you were fucking playing dumb the whole time, and they didn't realize that you were like this whole bigger person. And she's like, that's actually like the most toxic, like fucked up thing that like we do. And it's like, and it's so true, because there's so many people in my life who think I'm just, oh, fucking nothing. I don't know what's going on. And it's like, it's because we want to protect ourselves. She said, it's because we learn very early in life that the more, if we just aren't were to be ourselves and stand in our fucking power, and be like, I am that bitch. I am that bitch. She's like, no one would fuck with us. But she's like, I'm sure when you were younger, people have gone up and tried to, like, especially authority figures, try to like destroy you. And she's like, also, we're smart enough to know to not reveal all their cards. Why would we show people where our power is? Like, and it's like, it's so true. It's like, I purposely don't show people that I have power. I walk around life like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And it's like, that is the fucking trick, baby. That's what puts me on top, because it's like, people don't look at me as a threat. That's the thing. That's the whole thing. I never want to be looked at as a threat. And especially because it's like, I just want to fit in, and like, I just want to like be in the group. I just want to like relate to people. I just want people to like open up to me. And it's like, when people are just perceiving me as a threat, or like perceiving INFJs as a threat, because if we were to stand in our full power and our full truth, most people would be like, ooh, like, I don't know. And it's like, we just want to like be friends with like everyone. And I mean, that's not fully true, but it's like, there's some people that we couldn't be friends with, because it's like, if they actually like knew our power, like, they wouldn't want to be friends with us. And that happens to me like a lot. And she's like, in that, like, you can't like go. And so I've actually fully learned after her videos, and realizing that, I'm like, have put the pieces together and I'm like, no, I have to start walking around life now as if I'm that bitch. So like the next time I get into like friendships and stuff like that, I've actually been more like that. Now that I've gotten to New York, and it's been really nice. I think it's also because I am now riding with the big dogs. Like people in New York, like are the real deal. Like the artist community I'm in, it's like, no, these are the fucking, it's real artists. It's not like Arizona artists, where I do. It's like it's nice to like in New York, it's like, yeah, I like you it's like I don't need to um make myself less to fit in. It's like in New York I can just be myself and fit in. That's what's been nice for me here. Um and this isn't like this whole thing is like it's not like a fucking ego. I could see people like viewing what I'm saying now as like some ego. These are just I like fat. Like it's just it is what it is. Um it is what it is. I am the best. um No, so that's what I have to stop doing is fucking acting stupid. And it's like it's something that like she's like INFJs just we do it subconsciously. Like we don't really know. And and she's like it's scary to people. She's like it's really fucking scary because all of a sudden she's like and you make people feel fucking stupid because all of a sudden people are like like once they see the real you because it's like we'll take the abuse but it's like until you're like on like have the sword up to our heart and you're gonna stab the knife in, it's like, oh, you thought? And then the people are like, and then the people are like, ah, I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know. And it's like, yeah, you didn't know, did ya? You didn't know. And they're like, I never would have acted that way if I would have known that I was gonna look stupid. And it's like, yeah, bitch, yeah. And like, and then it's like people think we like do it on purpose, and it's like, no, we didn't do it on purpose. It's just that I would never, it's just that INFJs, if I perceived someone as being lower than me, I told you we don't do it. We don't know how to do it. But like, we can't understand that someone would act differently because they think they're better than us. So they would do stuff maybe they wouldn't normally do to a person who had more power than them or who was like above them or smarter than them. So it's like when we act stupid, people are like, oh, I'm gonna like, she's stupid. I'm just gonna like do whatever I want and I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, but they would never do that to someone else, And it's like we like to pull out, like we love that. Like we love to be like, oh, so you're gonna do that. So that's your dirty work. Like we like to like, and it's not even like we're doing it to like catch people to be like, see, told you you're a bad person. It's like we actually probably love those aspects of themselves, their dirty aspects of themselves. That's why we let them do it to us because we're like, oh, like we know it's like, oh, it's their ego. They're just because it's because they feel insecure about this and this and this. So they have to treat me like this. Like we know the reasons. So we can still love them because we know their reasons for them treating us badly for those things. But it's like a normal person, an INFJ that's like healed, like she basically the whole YouTube series I was watching, she's like, you're like, I'm actually the one fucked up for being like, for like even allowing them to like do all those things because I should just she's like you just need to start protecting yourself and just like show people your power, show people the monster right away. She's like the first sign of someone like, maybe think she's like you can act like your innocent self like through the world, but she's like the first sign because she's like it is genuine innocence because we have a mind that is like free, that is open, so that's what gives off that like innocence. And she's like you can act she's like just the way to like not do that is just the first sign of someone even disrespecting you even a little bit. Just don't like let it slide. Like don't let it slide so you can figure out more about them. Take the first thing and fucking show them who you are. Be like, hey, actually, I know what you're doing. And so you need to shut the fuck up. Because then people say, oh, people won't try you again. And they're like, oh, okay, no, 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 don't fuck with her like that. Like she's Billy won't take disrespect like that. And then like there's not going to be a fucking issue from now on. And then you can have like a healthy relationship with someone because we have revealed like our full selves to people. And it's like that's the whole thing. An INFJ, she's like, all we want is love and connection. And it's harder for us to find if you like go in a deep down dive on INFJs, it will tell you all, there's also other weird things. But yeah, that was just the one part. Okay. Cutie.